This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Ekbenwe. Don't forget to subscribe. It's okay. This is a strong Man U fan. Versus Zurich. A win for both, automatic qualify. A draw, also qualify. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Ekbenwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. The teams with the biggest fan zone in the world, Chelsea versus Manchester United. They're about to start their match. And it has been a lot of talking between the fans, Manchester fans and Chelsea fans. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Said Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball and he could have scored. Yeah. At least he could have given, even if he didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And he will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Hello, viewers. You're welcome to the biggest stage of the women football, and that is the Australia-New Zealand 2023 Women's World Cup. Today is another big match in Group C, and that is the match they call the Group of Vets, where you have Canada, the Olympic champion, Australia, Nigeria and Ireland. Already Canada is on top with 4 points. Australia 3 points. Nigeria having 1 point through a draw, and Ireland is having no point yet. And this match is a decider. Nigeria needs a win to remain in the competition, and Australia also need a win. I'm not alone in the studio to discuss all the life issues. I'm here with the one and only, the man who can tell you everything about sports, and that is Shegun. I call him Shege Shegelu. How do you do today?
I'm very fine. Good morning, Solomon. At the end of the day, it's Nigeria against Australia today. Beautiful match, no doubt. I'm very sure Nigerians and Africa, the hope of Africa is on the Super Falcons right now. And let's just hope they live up to expectations. It promises to be a beautiful match, no doubt.
It's promised to be a beautiful match. This is Premier Sport Fan Center, and you can be part of this show. You can tell us whatever you feel. I know a lot of people are watching the match live out there. You can send your live chat through our YouTube channel. And you can also be part of this our family by calling in. And our number remains 090-304-99917. I'll call it again. 090-304-99917. You can call in to make your contribution. So how do you feel right now as a Nigerian? And I hope you are not intense.
Well, no pressure. There's no pressure. I'm not feeling intense. I just want to enjoy the game of football. And I have high hopes on the Nigerians. You can see the starting lineup. It's a very good squad, from the defense to the midfield to the attack. They will be without be without our talisman. Talking about Azizat Oshoala, who is on the bench today after coping an injury in the game against Canada. Desire Paranozetu is also back, and she should be on the bench today. We have fantastic players on the bench that can actually come in and change the face of the game. Because this is not a fully strong Australian national team. Because you look at the team, they are also without their talisman. Talking about Sam Kerr, who is one of the best strikers around the world, and she also plays for Chelsea. So all hope of this team is placed on Caitlin Ford. That's the Arsenal striker. So she's the one shouldering the whole fate of Australia. The pressure will be there because they are the host nation, and we are playing against close to 50,000 spectators in a 54,000 capacity stadium. So it's a massive game for the girls. I expect them to actually take the game to the Australians. We are used to this kind of games. We have the experience of playing in the World Cup. We are not newbies when it comes to world football. And we know how to spring some surprises when it matters most. All that we need today is just don't lose this game.
Don't just lose this game in Suns Cup Stadium in Brisbane. A capacity of 52,500 when it comes to sporting activities. And you can see the Australian in yellow ready to support. And you can see Nigerian also in their colorful attire, in lemon green, some green and black. Ready to support the Super Falcons. And it's going to be an exciting moment today for the Nigerians if Nigerian can pick a win. Well, we can see this different. The game just started, and they just kick off the game. Now we see the excitement in the faces of Nigeria. Yeah, and now from talking about the lineup, we saw that the inclusion of Ajibade and Ayinde, I think it will be a plus today for the Nigerian side.
It's always a plus for Nigeria when you have your major players. What's it called? Ajibade, like Azizat Oshoala, she's having a fantastic season with Atletico Madrid in the Spanish league, and she's a starter there. One person I'm also happy about seeing the starting lineup that is not playing in defense today has to be Tony Payne. That's a fantastic player. Whenever you see her playing for for Sevilla, or when she was playing for the US under 20s, she was a fantastic player in her day. So it's always good when you see them playing in their familiar position. All I want for the girls right now is just dominate play, and don't be like our fellow African sisters, who allow their opponent to actually dominate play. If you dominate play in early stage of the game, then you put the fear into your opponent. You
put the fear into your opponent. There's a corner kick for the Australians right now.
First minute.
Yeah, in the first minute, and the corner kick's about to be taken, and you can see the Australians quickly taken, and the defense of the Nigeria are there to do justice, but it is not to the safe area yet. You can see the Australians trying to control the ball from the midfield across to the right side. They're trying to make use of the right side. But yeah, you have the good defender there at the right side. So talking about the absence of Sam Kerr, and some of the three important players in the Australian side, they are not present today. will there be? Is that going to be an effect today?
Yeah, missing a player like Sam Kerr is always a big effect, even for our club. As much as Chelsea is a star-studded team, when Sam Kerr is not playing, it's always a big miss for the club. And now to talk about the national team without a player like Sam Kerr, she's a talisman, and we know how good she is when it comes to when she has her back at the front of the goal. So it's a big miss for them. We saw the miss in the first game against the Irish, talking about Ireland and Australia, whereby they had to just depend on a penalty to actually take the victory of that game. With a Sam Kerr in that game, I'm sure they'll have done better. And you can see but Ford is Kathleen Ford is she's another fantastic player. With I saw her playing for Arsenal last season. And you have players like Russell, there's a player like Carpenter, there's Kennedy, and fantastic players that plays in top clubs around the world. So I believe they can hold on to their own without missing Sam Kerr.
Oh, right now the ball is in the 18 box of the Super Falcons.
The pressure is on the Super Falcons. They need to put the ball on the feet and try and sting some passes. That is their greatest on doing if they're not stinging passes. And the ability to actually retain ball when they lose the ball as soon as possible is actually very much important for the girls. That is where they will miss a player like Deborah, who we all term the Nigerian Kante, who got a red card against Canada, because she's a fighter and she's a ready runner in the team. But we have a fantastic goalkeeper in Chiamaka, so there's no doubt, nothing to really fear about the fans. I expect an evenly contested game today.
All right, you expect heavily contested game today, and we hope that is how we're going to be, because right now
we just need
the attack,
all these mistakes we're making.
All right, will there be a counter? Is Nigerian trying to counter from the right side? And who is there is Onumonu. They told her, what did she do? A pass and Nigeria in the 18 box, but that was she was too slow.
Yeah, she was too slow. That was a good one from the Australia defender. She calculated that run and got onto the front of Odumonu there. Good one for Nigeria. At least this is our first attack, our first phase in the what's it called, in the Australian box. And it took us 5 minutes to actually get into the Australian box. So let's just see if it's the beginning of we pushing forward in this game, because we actually need to be on the front foot and not let Australia put us in our own box. And that's
you can see Nigeria across, no, but it was nowhere to be found. And the Nigerians are in the 18 box of the Australian, but that has been cleared out. And back, starting from the defense side, you can see the pass to the right wing. They're trying to make use of the right wing, and it will be a good one. Oh, but that pass was not clear. But the ball is still with the Nigerian side, and it is Onumonu, the tallest girl in the field right now as it stands. And well, you can see the midfielder trying to create a chance.
Onumonu will be. It really matters to Nigeria. She's a fantastic striker, but she takes about 5 chances for her to actually score one. So that is where the problem with Onumolu is. How clinical she is very much important in this game. As a focal player in the team, and you are shouldering so much responsibilities, because when you look at when a player like what's he called, Azizat Oshoala is not around, is not in the starting 11, then there's a lot of pressure on you starting as a striker in the team.
A lot of pressure, but you can still see the attacking prowess of the Super Falcons trying to make use of the right wings. During the week, Tijani Babangida, one-time footballer of the Super Eagle, made his own contribution, and he was saying that Randy Wardrum should try and make use of the wing against the Australian. Is it a good advice? Yeah,
that is the traditional Nigerian pattern of play. Like from the Super Eagles to the to the female team, we are used to playing from the wing side. Even when you look at the Super Eagles, you look at our pattern of play, it's much built on the strength of our wingers. So that is the typical Nigerian, typical Africa pattern of play. It's not, but football has actually gone beyond you playing from the wing, because now we have fullbacks who are actually very versatile and very good at doing their defensive work. So when you have to look for a way that the major thing is you being tactical. Brilliant. That is a major thing, because when one way is actually locked, you have to unlock another way. That's the problem we have with most of African nations. Trying to play to the powers of their talisman. It happened to Zambia, where they were trying to play to the power of Banda. Same thing happens to South Africa, trying to play to the power of Tibata. So it's about trying to play a team football and a compact football. Hold on to the ball. Don't give your opponent more opportunity on the ball. whereby they actually dominate play, and that's one of, okay, it's no more a chance for Australia there.
No, all right, you can see the Australian with a conventional yellow top and green short, and you can see Nigeria with black and lemon green color. It's been long I saw Nigeria.
It's not really black.
It's been long I saw Nigeria in this kind of attire.
Well, you know, there's one thing about Nigeria. When we go for competitions, maybe on the world stage, we always have the best of the best jerseys. Yeah. And there's all this saying that even if we don't win trophies, we win trophies when it comes to jersey.
Yeah.
You know, coming up with a beautiful design is never a problem for Nigeria. Okay. And this is a beautiful attire. You look at the jerseys, it's so unique. You know, a deep green on a lemon green. That's beautiful. You know. And it reminds you of the 2002 World Cup where we went with the all lemon green to Korea, Japan, talking about the male team.
Yeah.
So this one jersey that is so beautiful. You can see how it looks unique on the field of play. Yeah. So jersey is never a problem. We'll always design a beautiful jersey.
We always design
it's actually a black we're putting on.
Black we're putting on. That is a good one. So let's quickly look at the starting lineup of the Super Eagle and Super Falcons and the Matildas of Australia. For the Matildas, they have Arnold M, Carpenter E, Catley, Connie Cross, Ford C, Gorike, Hunt, Kennedy A, then Rasu, Van Egmond, and Vine C. That is the starting lineup of the Matildas of Australia.
Fantastic lineup, you know, looking at the players they've actually missed. When you have a player like Ford who plays for Arsenal, you have you have a Carpenter who plays for Olympique Lyon. There's Kennedy who plays for Manchester City. Russo also plays for I think Real Madrid, if I'm not mistaken. So they have fantastic players, no doubt. Even when you look at it like, oh, and that's Nigeria on the chance.
On the guys from the left side, what did you want? There is nobody to finish it there.
No, that was the weight on that pass from Kanu was too much. I think she should be doing better there. Oh, that's one of the very first clear chances we've seen Nigerian create in this game. Good chance created by Kanu there. I think she should be doing better there. No doubt she should be doing better there.
No doubt she should be doing better there. This is the first 10 minutes of the game, and the both sides are still studying each other. You can see Nigeria taking everything calmly there, and I think they are.
Yes, we are getting into the game. We are starting to dominate the game, the proceedings now, and I just hope we don't get lost in the attacking when we're attacking, whereby we leave our defense open. Because teams like this can hit you on counter. We saw Spain do something like that for for Zambia yesterday, where they allowed Zambia feel like they were dominating play yesterday, and all of a sudden they hit Zambia on the counter, and before you know it, there were 2 goals down in the first 12 minutes of the game. Though it's very good when we dominate game, because this is a different ball game from Zambia, because we know Nigeria is actually very good, but you know, just try and get yourself into the game. The first goal is actually important. It's about time we start pushing forward to see if we can get the first all-important goal in this game.
All right, you can see the Australians attacking from the right cross, and but the defense are there to make justice. But the Australians are still in control from some meters away from the 18 box, trying to create. And you can see all Nigerians back behind the ball, all behind the ball.
Yeah, I think they are trying to play a mass attack, mass defense. I just hope it won't haunt us very soon, because that's the problem with Africans. And I just hope they are not trying to play an offside trap for the Australians. Because when you allow the Australians ladies to actually dominate play, it's actually very bad for us. But let's just hope it's the tactical approach from the coach, and I just hope he's getting what he's trying to do right. Because you know, when it comes to tactical approach, when you look at the 2 managers, it's a different different profile entirely. I know we're going to get to talk about the managers later, but let's just hope we get
across on the Canadian side. But that's
mistakes will be our biggest undoing in this game.
Corner kick.
That's on that corner for the Australians. That's Pomfrey. That's Pomfrey on the floor.
You know, if you want to talk about accuracy, this is one of the most accurate players I've seen in the Super Falcons. Pomfrey, you know, attacking, and in fact, I scored her so high in the last match because she was up and doing. And today you can see her with her height, she blocked that crossing.
Well, the last game against Canada, it wasn't really it wasn't really her best game, because I know how good she is when she was playing with Leicester City. She's out of Leicester now. I think by the time the window is over, she'll be getting another good club in England. She's a very strong defender. You know, she's being used out of position right now because she's a central defender, not a left back. So versatility, right? Yes, she has actually tried. You know, trying to play out of position. So she hasn't really looked out of place, but she wasn't really at the best, like the Pompey we used to know during the game against Canada.
And you can see the corner kick, first corner kick taken, and it was Ajibade who came and headed it out for another corner kick. And in 1 minute, the Australians are having 2 corner kicks. And you know, set piece like this could be dangerous when you have it consistently. Probably there's going to be a defensive error, and before you know what is happening, wow, the goal goes in.
Yeah, well, that's one of the problems. I think that's one thing they actually need to cut. And that was a great save from
Chiamaka and Danozie.
That's one thing you have to really appreciate about having a good goalkeeper who plays week in, week out for a club like Paris FC in France. She's a fantastic goalkeeper, no doubt. Right from her under 20, you surely know that she was actually going to be a top-notch goalkeeper. I remember right from time, if you look at the Super Falcons, everything was always our problem. Goalkeeper wasn't our problem, from having Ami Chineke or Chijere or so in the early 90s, and down to Chiamaka now. We've always had fantastic goalkeepers. So it's just about and we can see it's more about the Australians in this game right now. And still in the 14th minute of the game, the Super Falcons need to grow into this match.
Yeah, they need to grow into this match, and that is one dangerous thing, to always play in your 18 box. To always want to play in your 18 box and wait for the counter. It is a dangerous way to play football right now, because any error there, and they make use of it, that is over. Let's quickly look at the starting lineup of the Super Falcons. And for the Super Falcons, we have Ajibade, she's back, Alozie, Ayinde, Demehi, Kanu, Nadozie, that is the goalkeeper, Ohale, Onumonu, Oyedopo, Payne, then Plumtree, then Ucheibe. That is the starting lineup of the Super Falcons.
A strong starting 11, you know. By the miss of Azizato Shala, who we are actually very much missing in this team. You know, there's no way you're not going to miss a player like Azizato Shala on the world stage like this. She's actually the 5 times African Footballer of the Year. So these are the type of games you actually need, players like that. And you look at the number of goals she actually scores for Barcelona. But no doubt we still have fantastic players who are capable of doing things on the pitch. You have a Rashida Ajibade, a fantastic player, no doubt. But you know, it begs the question of creativity in this team. We've not seen much of creativity in that midfield. That's where the questions of why was Ngozi Okobi not in this squad to this World Cup, because the team is actually missing that creativity she actually offers. And I just hope very soon we have a player that can actually offers that, because it's always important. It's not every time you have to go through the wing in looking to create opportunities. That's one thing we've not really seen from the